we upgrading from the phone. We gonna use the tablet. See if we can follow the chat. See if there's like an app store. Let's see. How do I get into the chat? How do I get into the chat? Videos. How to get into the chat? Let's see. Probably got to get the app. So I got to figure out how to download an app on this thing. Just give me 1 sec. Library. I have Amazon. Okay. I already have an account, so hold on. Alright, so I gotta figure out what to do. I'll probably do this later. Too much verification. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna give you the plays. And everything you're gonna do with them, alright? This shit on the beta is killing people. Alright? So as far as your audibles go, but set them real quick. You want the draw, PA flood shot, wide receiver stick out, and bench. Okay? Now your go-to play is going to be the corner and goes. You're going to have the bench swap. And you're going to have the mesh. Those are pretty much the main ones that I like to use. Sometimes I might use the mesh switch, but it's kind of get into it. I know y'all, if you've been on the channel a while, you know kind of what I do, but kind of isn't knowing everything. All right, so let's say we're playing a man blitz user. Okay, what I've learned is zig routes, while they're good, if someone's pressuring you, sometimes they might not cut fast enough. So it's just something that would interrupt your throw. So how do I intercede this? What I like to do is I like to motion him over and we create a little leverage. I'm going to go ahead and put the running back in a vertical, and I'm going to put the tight end on an in route. Okay? So what this is going to do is going to give me a little bit of leverage on the other side, because we're going to get some chip blocks going on, and it's going to allow my offensive line to hold their blocks long enough for me to get a read. Okay? So in this concept versus man, there's two reads that I want you to focus on. Number one is going to be the in route by the tight end. Number two is going to be the whip route by the Renfro. We call it China route. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to keep hitting that tight end. As long as they give it to you, you're going to keep hitting it. All right? When they decide they want to cover the tight end, then they're going to give you the Renfro route. So we're going to go through the read progression. Go ahead and hit the tight end. As soon as he cuts, it's going to be easy now. I know Stidham's not going to be the best in practice mode, but in a game, he's so much better. So put the running back in a vertical route. Just get it off. Just wait just enough. You should be able to get up under anybody that's in man coverage on the tight end. Okay? Now, like I said, if they start covering that tight end, get him again. Obviously, practice mode is going to be buggy in practice mode, but what else can I show you, right? Main thing is you just want to kind of get the release off before the pressure comes. See, in practice mode, they're going to keep getting pressure. And that shit does not happen in a game. So I might slide protect it. There we go, slide protected in practice mode. So that's going to be your first read. Your second read, same thing. They start defending the tight end. Do that slide protect. Now, what you're going to pay attention to, I'm going to pause it after I make the play. What you're going to pay close attention to is that running back. Okay. Sometimes in certain situations when you play user, when they start shading their guys, sometimes he will act as a blocking screen downfield on whoever's defending the whip route. Okay? So if he shades inside, or if he's playing like a two-man under or something, what's going to happen is he's going to run straight into the running back. Usually right there is going to be traffic. Or if he tries to play press or something, he's basically also going to act as a down-the-field blocker. So it's going to be something that you guys might want to key in on. Don't use them as a receiving option versus man. Just use them as, a clear out to open that space up. Because most of the time when people play man, even if it's two-man under, getting this running back out and running him on a route clears out the middle of the field if there's a linebacker in man coverage on him. If you leave him back there to block and they're in man coverage, what's going to happen is you're just going to have a linebacker or whoever he's manned up just occupy in the middle of the field. And it's not going to be easy to hit those in routes and stuff that you want to do to kind of get those easy quick reads versus the blitz. So that's why if you're in a quick pass West Coast offense or anything like that, you need to be running 5 routes. No blocking, just get rid of the ball fast. You have 5 routes. You should know what beats zone, what beats man. You should have 2 read concepts everywhere on the field. So like I said, just make sure you get him out of the backfield. So whoever he's on or an assignment to, in this case, it's the safety. So we clear the safety out, and it opens up the 2 reads underneath between the in route and the whip route are both viable options. Okay. Now, in a game, I'm probably going to take that 10, 20 yards, maybe even longer, depending on how everything develops, or based on user adjustments, or if they're staying in man coverage, we can take that route right there pretty far. Okay, so that's going to be your stock play versus man users. People that don't want to get out of man, that's what you're going to use to get them out of man. If they don't want to get out of man, just keep doing it over. You're gonna fight fire with fire. If they want to spam, you can spam too. Okay, I'm not going to say, hey, don't keep doing it, because in this generation, people are going to stay in the same shit. They're not going to adapt to what you're doing. So you thinking, oh, if I run it 3 or 4 times, eventually he's going to change. Most cases, they don't. Okay? If anything, you're going to be the own fool thinking that you're going to fool someone when they're just going to run the same shit regardless until it works. You don't buy into that. You keep running that shit down their throat, no pun intended. Keep running it until eventually they kind of get weak-minded, and they have to adjust to it. Okay? So the second play that the second way you can run this, let's say they still stay in the cover 0, right? There's more than one ways to skin a squirrel right here. Okay? The second way, if we want to mix it up, you're going to take this running back and motion him over twice. Okay? And when you motion him over twice, you want to put him in this flat route. All right? With him being your flat route, if nothing is pressed on him, he's going to be your primary read. You're not necessarily going to throw it to him, but he's going to be the first thing that you look at. The reason why you want to look at him is because he's going to open up the number 2 read. Okay? Number 2 read is going to be the zig route going to the outside. He's going to act as a clear out. That's the main thing that you want your running backs to be able to do, is clear out for you. Okay? So we're going to go through this, and then the third read is if they try to user anything in that vicinity of the area, they're going to clear out the middle of the field for you, and it's going to open up your fourth read, which is going to be Waller coming across the middle in the angle route. So we'll just kind of go through it. Read progression, running back, whip route, easy yards up the field. Run it 2 or 3 times for you guys, and then we'll show you the replay. Just motion them out twice, and then put them in a flat route. Flat route is still a viable route, but the main purpose is to open that big route up. I mean, you can still get a 5-yard, maybe more, with that flat route. I'll go ahead and show you guys real quick. I love using this on like 2-point conversion plays, especially when they try to zone everybody else. We'll see if we can get a quick path to the running back, easy 3-4 yards. Still viable, okay? All right, so now let's pretend those routes are covered, right? You're going to go into your third read. This is going to be the tight end. It's going to take a little bit longer to develop, but it's going to be over there. And most of the time, that guy that's blitzing, they're going to probably be using him anyway. So I'm just going to show you. So if I bring him over here, should be able to get some protection. There we go. So that's going to be your next read, and as you can see, the center of the field is going to be pretty much open to attack. All right, so that's going to pretty much be your only adjustments that you can do in that play. I've experimented with other route combos, but I think the ones that I just gave you are probably going to be your fundamentals to kind of keep the ball pushing. All right, so now you got them kind of dangling, you got them scared to play man, hopefully, right? Well, let's say you're playing a zone user, okay? Let's say they like to run the infamous, let's stay in cover 3 sky the whole game. Or let's find me a cover 3 sky. People that love spamming this shit. Same thing, fellas. We're going to put that running back in that vertical route. You're going to motion this guy over because this is ever so popular. And like I said, you're going to keep those flat routes on the field, on the outside. I'll show you why. It's going to be our first read. You can get it out fast enough, they're not going to be able to jump it. You're going to have to force them to play hard flats. And that's really the purpose. Like, if they play in cover 3, you want them to play hard flats. Because most people, when they play hard flats, it's a universal adjustment. Most people don't think to put individual adjustments on the field. They just global adjustment, and they have everybody shading underneath. So that's ultimately what you want, because then you can go over the top of it. Alright, so if that isn't open, they're going to give you this seam. Or if they don't give you the seam, they're going to give you that right up the middle. If they play like a match, usually that's covered and you can playmaker it. You just have to wait on it. But if it's a sky, you should have a nice little clear out. You get a nice little slight outside pass lead to the running back. Eventually, they're going to have to get out of it, but like I said, man, most of the times when you play people, they're going to stay in that cover 3, and occasionally they might think they're outsmarting you and might try to go cover 1. I ain't boo-boo the fool, all right? You're not outsmarting anybody. We get a chip block there, you just go ahead and attack the middle of the field. Take what they give you, okay? Pretty solid route combo. Those are pretty much the only reads that you need, and then I will show you what we do versus cover 2 here in a sec with the same thing. It pretty much attacks any zone that you need. You can get a nice little pass lead over the second level of the defense. Just a bad catch attempt, but mainly just get your reps in so that you have a good understanding of what you're trying to do. Boom, boom. Come on, Jacobs. You're making me look bad, bro. You make those catches in game. That's an inside pass lead, so you kind of lead it to the safety. You don't want to overthrow anything unless it's just wide open. So usually, like I said, if he gets like a little animation like that, the tight end is going to be open. All right, so that's going to attack cover 3. Now, if they go cover 2, you're going to have an option based off of if he's playing cloud flats or if he's playing hard flats. Okay? I don't know if there's a... We'll start with a hard flat. Let's see if I can find one. Okay. So if they go hard flats, they're going to give you this corner route. Okay? But you have to have something going to the flat for him to respect it. Okay? Now, there's other things that you can do right here. Like, for instance, if I want... I'm trying to remember exactly how I want to do this. Motion him back. If you put the running back in a vertical and then motion him, he should go straight. Right? If you do it twice, now he just runs a straight route instead of that delayed vertical. And then we can run a drag underneath, and then we can attack the center of the field in the deep corner of the field, assuming we can block it. Try to get it right for you fellas. Just bear with me. Let's see if I want to go put him in a flat and then bring him over and let him run that in route. I could do that. There we go. Boom. Running back again acts as a clear out versus cover 2. So if you see cover 2, you know they're playing cover 2. Just put him in that route. You just double motion him so that you get that. Put the tight end in a flat. And then motion him over and run that in route. Okay? Running back's going to clear out. In route's going to be wide open. Okay? Want to make sure that you keep your short pass game as precise as possible. High completion, easy passes, keep the clock moving, basically using it as a run game. All right. So this can, there's probably other ways that you can run this. But the main thing is, if you see people running zone, this is going to be your go-to. Like, there's other things, like I could motion him out, put him on a vertical, run the flat from the inside, and then go vertical up from the back. So then I missed circle. I meant to hit circle, my bad, fellas. But I'll show you the route concepts as they were opening up. I'm just looking this side of the field. See, the vertical is going to pull the deep half. The running back's going to hold the hook curl. And the corner route is just going to escape. Get over the top of the cloud flat. Alright? I know that's a hard flat defense. Let's go to a cloud flat. Now, cloud flat, obviously, you want to throw the quickest underneath, unless they just have like acrobat or something like that for an ability. Then you want to kind of try to avoid that as much as possible. Let's go to Tampa. Yeah, I did not. Okay. So run it like that. Get the hard flat. It's going to force him down, but it's going to give you an easy completion. And then we'll test the corner route over the top next. So make sure you put your running back in the vertical, tight end in the hard flat, motion receiver in the vertical. Try to see if we can get that corner. And boom. So that's going to attack cover 2 for easy big play yardage. Like I said, this will be the play that you use, if you're playing a lot of, zones. Sometimes you can kind of get quick hike plays to be effective, but hopefully they fixed the quick hiking on 24 from the beta. Seems to be rather bugged because people abuse it at the moment, especially those RPO guys. And it's not fun playing that. Oh, spicy. Now, let's get into the money. This beats man-hand zone. All right. So let's say there are blitzing from the outside. Still going to motion him over. Put him in the hard flat. Take the running back, put him in a vertical. Now, you could opt to put your point receiver in a slant if you know it's man. If it's zone, you can kind of leave him where he's at. Or if you don't, even want to bring him to that side of the field and you want to get a one-on-one with the route that I'm going to show you, you can do that as well. All right. So you're just going to kind of read the beater here, which is that whip route. Like I said, bear with me. Stidham in practice mode is a lot different than Stidham in a game. So I might not even run that slant. I'm just going to get the easy route. But that's the route you want. If they keep staying in man coverage, that's what you want right there. Now, the beauty with this is you can smart route it. Now, if they're not blitzing, if they're running like a cover 1 hole, let me kind of slow it up. Because if they're blitzing and you smart route it, it's not going to open up fast enough. But let me put a cover 1 hole on the field for a defense similar to what I run, like a robber, and smart route it. And we can read it better. So see how the running back got open? Almost played like a cover 3, to be honest. Like he was back a little, he played back deep. They saw the routes going deep. Like right there, see where the running back slips open versus the robber? I don't even think he played robber. It didn't look like it. He's supposed to play robber. I got it on random. Please don't tell me practice mode is still bugged at this point. I know I ain't played a lot of practice mode. But he should have went cover 1 robber. Let me double check, see if it's... There we go. So you're going to have that deeper whip route that you can use to attack. Now, I wouldn't suggest, like if you're in 1st and 10, or if you need 10 yards or more to go, I wouldn't suggest smart routing it in those situations because it's going to force the route to go further than it needs to be. But if you definitely if it's more than 5 and less than 10, smart route it. Okay, I can't show you that in practice mode. They won't give you those scenarios on the smart routes options. But if it's more than 5, less than 10, smart route it. Okay, especially if they're playing man coverage. Now, if they're blitzing, you don't want to smart route it. All right. Now let's test it versus the zone. Our zone reads will be on the bunch side that we create. Let me find my play. So we can do this versus cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, match coverage, 3 cloud. Really doesn't matter. We'll do it versus 3 cloud. Trick is just finding which side is the cloud read. I will show you something too. Like with this concept, you see where Adam's route goes? He kind of runs, like I'll block the running back just so you can kind of pay attention where Adam's route goes. See how it goes like right there up the seam? I'm going to show you something. I'm going to teach you guys how to run route concepts. I want you to pay attention to this route by the running back. Pay attention. See how it goes to that exact spot? So now let's just kind of run it over there. Pay attention where the running back's at. See where he's at? It's almost in the same spot. So we can take that information and we can create route concepts off of it. So like I don't want to run that spot route with that receiver. We could basically run a switch. Okay? So what I might do in this scenario is, let's say I send him vertical, send him to the flat, and then give me the option route. So now that's going to give me that switch concept. But we get a nice little clear out. Issue though is I think he bumped into somebody. Hold up. That tends to happen from time to time. Someone gets bumped. See, previously he went. Yeah, he had to go around the pass rusher. That's why. All right, we're good. So what we'll do is instead of doing that, we'll send the vertical right there. What's that, man? What's that? And then just keep the outside receiver in this. That should be easier. Still ran a little wide, but playmaker is an option. Let me see if I can fix that. Unless I decide not to run that route by the tight end. That's an option. So like let's say if I go vertical and then I want to keep that in route, then run it like that, maybe. There we go. So now the only thing now is I got one receiver on him, so I need that one defender. I need something for him. So find something real quick. Might not use it versus cover 3. Just kind of look and see what I can create. Probably just stay with the vertical for now, because I know it's going to get over the top. See if I can create something. So I'm guessing maybe if the D linemen are pinched in instead of being like in a 2-4, then he won't have to run out so wide and he can go right where he needs to. Or maybe it could be left hash, right hash scenario. But I know in games I use it. So trust me when I say it works. It's just practice mode. Very finicky. Sometimes they don't want you to see what opens because they don't want you to use it in a game. But they fail to realize I practice all my shit in games and not practice mode. So I know it works. Alright, so the next play I want to get into is the bench. Usually I like to use it versus cover 3 spammers as my deep play option. Usually I like to run it to the boundary side. I don't like running this from the center of the field because you're throwing it deep to the corner. So it's going to be whichever the short count corner is, the boundary side. But you want to make sure your running back's on the other side. So what I would do, I'll run slant, streak combo on the backside. That streak is mainly to kind of distract that third. Okay? So I have 2 streaks just like that. We'll go over the deep read first. I like to hit that corner route versus cover 3 as soon as he crosses. Now in practice mode, they're going to have a little bit better pass rush. So I'm going to have to do slide protections. Not necessarily have to slide protect in a game, but practice mode you do. So we'll slide protect, and then we'll just hit it right there. Just annihilate the cover 3. Then we'll kind of slow the film down and show you your second 1-2 read, which would be the drag and the check release. So you're going to have the drag, as you can see, it's open. And if they try to use her, this is a reason why you don't use it in practice mode, but in a game you do. This is a good concept. Because if the user chases the drag, he's going to be out of position, because if he's defending the drag with a linebacker, his change of direction is not going to be good enough to come back and defend the number 2. So see how the running back sits right there? Most of the time they're chasing that drag. That running back's going to have more room than that. You can playmaker him up and get 20, 30 yards really easy versus a cover 3. Because if they clear out that middle of the field, that's it. Okay? It's just something that you guys should kind of pay attention to. And like I said, as far as I have an option to get a quick pass right there versus that vertical, I'll kind of just see if I can go ahead and do that. On the backside is not something that I would say spam. It's just something that you guys are going to use when they start trying to key in on your go-to routes on this other side. So we'll just kind of do the little quick pass to the vertical on the right. Boom, right up the seam. Okay, we're just going to go through every read. Do the drag and the check release. You see the drags. You're going to get open. You have a lot of reads here, okay? Any one of them can be open as long as you get rid of the ball fast. The only one that's going to take a little while and you're going to have to slide protect for is if you're going for the deeper passes. And in some cases, you may have to freeform on deeper passes, because I do use the passing and accuracy or something, placement and accuracy. So it's just something that you guys need to kind of instill into yourself, you know, more or less. So we get the slide protect so that we have time to get the corner out. Okay, so that's going to be your bench concept. Pretty solid. And as long as you're doing like everything else, like let's say, for instance, I don't want to run that drag, right? Let's say I want to run this whip on the backside. The reason why I run this whip is because he's going to get the attention of any inside linebacker. So if there are any type of match coverage or anything, if that receiver whips in, he's going to take 3 recs, hook curls, or whatever, vertical hooks. He's going to take them outside. So that's, you know, a valuable route to have to clear out the middle of the field for your check release route for the running back. Okay. Now, as far as the other side goes, you go ahead and put him in a flat, just like that. He's going to be a viable read underneath. Those flat routes are so deadly, and you'd be surprised if people don't even use them. Okay, but they're a big part of my offense to force people to either A, get out of man coverage, or B, you need to have hard flats on the field, but you cannot global hard flat because I run like a lot of levels and spacings. And if you global adjust, which 90% of the spam community does, you're just going to have field day against them. Okay? I put that route on the field intentionally for you to put a hard flat so I can go over the top. You know, so everything's done with intent. All right, so that pretty much covers the bases. Now we'll kind of go over the 2 plays that you're going to sprinkle in. Obviously, you know the draw. So if you're playing someone, I don't even know if 2-man under is a good option, but sometimes I'll go through the cadence like I'm still, you know, doing something. Then we'll just hit them with the draw, get easy yards. Sometimes, like I said, with them flat routes and those quick passes to the outside, sometimes users tend to take those linebackers out of their position. They stop playing their gap. And you're not going to spam the draw run. You're going to use it basically to tell them, hey, this is what I got in my playbook. You better watch out, you know, because it may not always get you a lot of yards. You don't really run it to get yards. You run it just so that you run a play to keep that clock going, because when you run an offense like this, it's about getting as many plays in as possible You may not always get, big chunk plays. You may get tackle for a loss. It's fine because the passing attack is what you want to open up. And if you already know, if they spam pass commit and you hit them with the draw, y'all seen me run that draw for 70-yard touchdowns. When you catch them worried more about what you're doing in the passing game and moving your pieces around to the flats, they're going to take guys out of position. So just having that draw in there just in case is going to basically raise some eyebrows on them and be like, man. So let's kind of get into the other play. All right. The play that goes along with it is going to be your PA flood shot. Now this can be man and zone. All right. So what I like to do here, new adjustment. So we're going to bring him all the way over just like that. And then I'm going to run my little in route with Renfro. Renfro is going to be the quick read. And if you have like a route tech receiver on this route by where Cole is, he's going to destroy man coverage. All right. So just kind of run it a couple of times. Get the in read. As you see, we just destroy the man coverage with that route. And we didn't even have a route tech receiver. Okay. So like I said, they want to run cover one. This is going to clear out. And that main reason for Waller to run that is like if they have any outside zones, he's going to be responsible for that. If they start shading over the top or something, when you motion that route over to that spot and they're in any zone coverage, that route will not be defended. He'll be wide open on the sideline. All right? So just something to kind of instill into yourself. As you see right there, that route just kind of cooked him a little bit. Good user catch. Now, if I put Devontae over there, he's going to get mad separation. All right, so let's kind of go ahead and do that. So for you guys that like to use elite receivers, got something for everybody. I'm telling you. Do it again versus cover one. Just motion him over. You're going to put him in an in route. In route's going to be your primary read. Unless you see, like he in man coverage. You see he got open. It was just a bad throw by Stidham. Stidham not always going to get those throws in practice mode. I don't know why. But in a game, bro, I'm telling you, I could probably just run a drag instead of an in route. That way you might get a chip. You see that route tech highlights. And he gets wide open. Now, if they're playing zone, watch his next read. Let's say they're playing quarters, right? Watch your boy Waller. Come on, Stidham. You gotta make that throw, bro. It's a little tough making these throws to the field side if you don't have like an elite quarterback. It's doable if you really just got to kind of take your time. But as you see right there, it just destroys that outside quarter zone, gets underneath it. Whereas most of the time, y'all see when I put those outside quarters on the field, most people are trying to run like deep corners and stuff. They go like 25 yards. This route don't go 25 yards. It's going to get open. Look at there. It's probably got to set it until he gets closer to the end of the route. Like I said, low overall quarterbacks don't go to the field side very well. I'm not saying they can't. You just got to step into it and wait for it, I guess. But that's pretty much going to cover everything that we like to do out of this formation. Now we're going to play some games, bro. Show you this shit cannot be defended. I put a lot of work and a lot of hours into this. For you guys. And, if everything stands pat, this offense will be on the Raiders for next year. And then I'll be able to add even more to it. Next year I'm gonna be pretty tough, man. I tell you. Also, I can't stress this enough. If you're on Xbox and you top 100, 23 might be the last year you're ever ranked. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not. But on the beta server, Xbox is like non-existent in the top 100. Most of the people I played on Xbox are little kids. I'm not lying to you. I mean, there might be some grown folks, but there's just a high volume of kids. I hate Buffalo. This is stupid.
And we are underway in Buffalo.
So if you're a grown-ass man, and it's not a stab at some of you guys, you know, but if you're a grown-ass man and you got an Xbox and you're talking about comp, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're a grown man, you're a casual player, it ain't nothing to do with you. But if you Black Rain, talking about comp, you in for a rude awakening. Because there is no comp on Xbox. I played them.
They start the drive with Cook. They'll get a yard. That's
also going to put a defensive ebook out there for you next year, fellas.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me
What's good what's good just having a good offense? You got to have that defense too.
And they hold him to just a yard. On play action, Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Got my new bunch defense for you guys. You know, I'll be labbing new shit.
Allen will look to throw for it on
What? Play the ball! He got lucky.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Oh man, find someone
That's
better.
the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Got stuck on a D lineman for some odd reason.
Touchdown. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute win.
They knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance supporting the next-gen stats.
It happens, though, you know.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Play number 1. Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Stidham. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. In motion comes the tight end left. Off the play fake, here's Stidham. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play action. It's Stidham. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Going to go on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down.
Double team didn't work.
It's a sack and a turnover.
You don't have to worry about that next year. Next year you pick that shit up. It's picked up.
And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Cook running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 12-yard touchdown. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Let's go to the ball at halftime, so we're good.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Now, there are things that we can do There's other levels to this shit that I've yet to explain.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They start to drive with White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited about
Always force a weak box.
and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game
Well, it's
plan.
important. Pay attention to what's on the
Passing
field.
there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Can't spam nickel versus everything.
On second down, here's Stidham. Throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They go play action now. Stidham. Same target. It's Jacobs.
Get out of that nickel defense, bro. I'll go straight to 22.
Before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
21.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Maybe get rid of this.
On first down, Stidham. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw is Stidham. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Be able to post you off.
First and 10 now from the 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing again here, Stidham. A quick throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back.
Yeah, if I had a better quarterback, be able to overcome these stadium X factors, which are
second and 10 from the 33-yard
piece of shit, if you ask me.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Stidham. And he fires one incomplete.
That's a big force of completion there.
That much momentum.
And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Stidham will throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up
they are mad cheating for this guy right
so
now.
far into this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Able to find
Giving yourself away with those shades, my guy.
Have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Your choice. How you want me to beat you?
The center receiver in motion to the right. Stidham first down in the red zone.
That's that play. See how the running back did that? That's what I was trying to show y'all.
He'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
They kept
Take
the
people out of the play.
field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Again, Stidham. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Mac Hollins from 10 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score.
With the momentum factors and shit against us, we still make shit happen.
Running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Stidham going to look to throw for it.
That's bullshit.
And it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Fucking acrobats in this game.
Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
All right, fella, no easy plays.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked
Should have been a fumble.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, Allen. This one caught by Davis.
That should have been a fumble.
Brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56, 56. Half 85, half 85. Stop.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. It's Knox the tight end.
That should have been a fumble.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Allen to throw it. And Cook has it left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well.
Oh, that should have drained that last second, man. Come on now.
To stay in bounds and catch the ball.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking,
Stop
and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
The kick by Bass is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly.
Run the fucking route I'm telling you to run. Jesus.
Stop troops. They've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretch the right there, turned it into a really nice game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Mike, come on with this shit. Run the fucking route I tell you to run.
Now Stidham on first down.
Woo!
And
that's your boy over there.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Stidham. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
High percentage completion passes. They cannot stop it.
Stidham going back to the air. Flushed out right. And the timing a bit
Playmaker, he's a playmaker.
falls to the ground.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Second down, Stidham to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
You get creative over here.
And he's got a first down as the
He's playing the same defense on me the whole game.
29-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They know how to create clear outs.
Stidham sets to throw on first.
That should be flagged. Good screen.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
Keep playing man. We're going to keep screening you off. Your choice. Know how to create those rub routes.
With a 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Run the fucking route I tell you to run, bro.
Now Stidham on 2nd down. The throw taken in by Cole. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
It's like the most annoying fucking thing they can match you in with is making you run incorrect routes for what?
Stidham. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
We're in the third quarter at upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Oh, man, y'all gotta do better, bro. Like, this shouldn't be every fucking play.
From the gun, it's Stidham.
Adams, you got that, bro.
This drive, which was going
Davian White is not covering you in real life, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough.
Get that route sick, get away from his ass.
We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Run the fucking route I'm telling you to run, bro. Come on. So fucking stupid.
Stidham, 3rd down from the gun.
Run the fucking route, bro. Good user play.
It's caught inside the 5.
Do not play man coverage against me. I'm going to win those matchups all day.
He's going to be a foot or so.
We'll find out real quick.
Active an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Stidham going for it on 4th.
You cannot play that shit against me, bro.
Josh Jacobs.
You gotta be playing defense longer than what you want to be.
And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a...
There we go! There we fucking go!
Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And
call this shit.
Take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said...
Make adjustments over here.
Want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the interception, here's Stidham.
Ring play. Please stop playing man on me, bro. You don't want to listen, you want to be ignorant, and you want to be a dumbass. That's not my fault. I will create those rub routes and leave you looking silly out there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Stidham.
Get off me, little boy. Get off me, little boy.
And able to get
Not big enough to cover him with a corner.
They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup.
Jacobs is a mismatch. You're going to have to bring that linebacker out there to cover him.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. Got a man and he hits him inside.
Get off me, little boy.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Jacobs.
Told you, I love that play, bro. They don't expect it. You cannot play man coverage against me. I don't understand what's the hard concept behind it. Let me keep spamming it. It's going to work. No, it's not. My offense destroys man coverage. Why are you going to still play it? I don't get it.
Go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one.
Get it out there, bro. Get it out there. You're doing good. One more turnover, fella. One more turnover, game over.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
It's crazy. I was down 17 to 6.
Taking it about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Come on, neck down tight again so I can pick your ass off again.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Got him.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
That's game.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll
Go
mark
run
him
in
down
now.
right about the 1-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Keelan Cole, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run.
Can't make it up, man. I can't make it up.
So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11.
Told you that shit start opening up when they can't stop your pass.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Might start off a little rough like I did this game, but just stick with it, fellas. I'm telling you.
And able to take it
That defensive mind is going to get that ball back for you. Just don't panic. Don't be like, oh.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He'll air this one out deep.
Oh, we out in front of them, baby. We out in front of them, bro. Told you my defense is going to get the fucking ball back. I'll holler at you. Holler at you, son. He wasn't good enough. Get the fuck out of man coverage when I tell you to. You're going to find out the hard way. If you on Xbox and you run into me next year and you in man coverage, you better fasten your seatbelt, bro. I'm going to take you for that ride. Do not run man coverage on me. You better be creative if you do.
That many call the loudest in the NFL.
I cannot be the home team, bro. This away team shit.
Arrowhead Stadium here
I
in
just had
Kansas City.
to conquer fucking home field momentum shit.
Between the Las Vegas Raiders
It's not easy.
and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Man, this is a hit stick game. I see it right now. Some like hit stick and confusion, I guess.
Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun.
Can't keep running trap runs on me, bro. I adapt.
Here, maybe a yard to the 29. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And they'll run on the inside.
Can't keep running trap runs, bro.
And he's
Come
going
on.
to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some space here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
That's sad, bro. You got the whole Chiefs and you want to run the ball. Okay.
Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a
I got something for that.
Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way.
That's all I want to see. That first drive will tell me everything I need to know about you.
We are the better team. Let's go prove it right now.
I can force you out of it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, Stidham. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
We're not playing man coverage on me, bro.
Get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. first carry for Josh Jacobs. Jalen Watson dropped him defensively.
That's a really good game right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Stidham. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now it's Stidham. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
I try to score them all.
Able to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Fourth down, here's Stidham.
Smart.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they
sometimes you'll have to switch out of your speed. It's crazy change up.
Yeah, many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation.
Always have a backup scheme.
I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot
especially
of
when you play at Arrowhead.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
It's called fair catch because he's got the hit stick momentum thing.
And taken successfully.
You want him to get free shots.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Everything I want to see.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in
Game of chess, not checkers, sir.
First down, they go with Jacobs again. And some room to work.
You cannot play run defense from that.
Way down inside the 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
I have a game plan for everything.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that's hurt the average a bit as this time.
You ready?
Get him behind the line.
You ready?
This play to move the sticks.
Thanks for baseline.
Stidham from the shotgun. Able to find
baseline killer.
Complete. And he'll be taken down.
Baseline again for me, please.
First down yardage. Jacobs. will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
Just change his momentum. This dude does not have a defense.
On that drive, he deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. Instead, I'm going to look to throw for it.
In your face, bitch. That's why you don't play man coverage. You turn your back to the quarterback. When you turn your back, I can throw it to my receiver, and he won't react to the ball.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
All right, defense, one. It's just one.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Second down, McKinnon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Off in the back. Yeah, you're going to start calling these flags.
34, good enough for the first. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in these first half. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdle into it.
They blitz.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Finding space at the 40. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute
Hobbs
drill.
could have
Now
picked
they've
that
got
off.
a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes.
It should have been a pig.
Knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off. Mahomes going to go on 4th down.
Steve.
Incomplete. They cannot
Is it Hobbs?
and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive.
You gonna get out of it?
Nice pick.
Give me that timeout.
9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And
Give me that timeout.
To midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Don't mind running all over it, bro. You don't want to match personnel and be a dumbass, that's you.
Come with 23 seconds to go until halftime. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's got room. And a good push up front, and he's able
all right, we took his momentum away.
down inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the
And we got in his own spot.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8.
You want to play run defense?
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now they'll throw it with Stidham. Oh, looking for one.
Stidham's got to make that throw, bro.
Picked up by Nick Burton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. A turnover is always costly. Man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. So we've hit intermission.
As far as I'm concerned, your fault. Jacobs is in the zone.
It's the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Tendencies away too much. You don't want to get out of shit. You want to be ignorant.
Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to his knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one. It is set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half?
Lock me.
Runs over it and past the 40.
You gonna get out of it? You gonna try to play defense, bro?
For him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office.
Gonna get out of it?
And some nifty running here as he'll
that
take this
timeout.
across midfield and down to the 47. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get it down on the 47.
You gonna get out of it?
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
second down, they'll run with White. And a very
Get out of it.
run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They go right back to White here on first down.
Good hezzy, White. Good hezzy.
On the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground with White.
Someone doesn't know how to run defense.
That's a first down. To throw is Stidham. He's got it. Touchdown.
Thanks for giving me that. Why would you take your safety and completely away from that area of the field? Like, that's dumb.
Are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches.
Especially when I'm killing man.
Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And maybe a measure.
Okay, you got black better.
He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. In that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time.
That's sad. We're going in the 4th quarter, and that's your 2nd completion. Your ass.
Quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is in. Touchdown.
They should not give you that much fucking momentum. Come on now. Yeah, like, stop with the bailouts.
And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 21-14.
Should give you damn near a full bar of momentum and then fucking score.
Now after after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Get out of it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Better learn how to match personnel, dumbass.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Opting to run again here with White. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll go up the middle with White, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. They run straight ahead here with White.
Get out of it.
Yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, when you
Dumb
get
little
yards like
person
that on
here.
first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down and 3. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see.
What I'm talking about, this generation is retarded.
First down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Running is Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Jacobs. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a carry for Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point in the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brought you.
Here's Jacobs. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They'll try and run it in. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch. And it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Mahomes to throw it. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That third down conversion good for 23. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's
Doesn't need too much time, bro.
It's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Fucking down
for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Stidham. It's incomplete.
Yeah.
Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after all of this, it comes
just
down
got bailed out.
And just think of what it's going to be because from this distance, you got to be prepared.
Can't do nothing about a bailout.
Tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a desperation.
Oh my God, EA. Fuck you, bro.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive.
That man was beat. That was a touchdown.
The ball game is over.
Fucking home field momentum shit has to go.
Comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something new.
How do I not make that throw, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far trying to get a decent
Holy
look at
wide fucking open.
opportunity. Couldn't get it done.
Like right there, bro. How do I fucking miss that? Oh, no pressure. I mean, like right here, I could have fit that like right here. How are they gonna make Stidham overthrow him by 15 yards? Like, come on. I tell you, man, when the game wants you to lose, they're gonna help the other person. You know the other person ain't good. That's something I hope is gone in 24. Because that's just nonsense right there. No way someone just sits there and spams quarter and get ran all over should win that game. But, you know, Madden is what it is up to this point. And that's why I try to give my feedback for this beta so that some of this stuff gets cleaned up. Yeah, it was a good game. Other than the home field crap that prevented me from audibling and calling hot routes. Should have been my game, but like I said, it is what it is at this point. Like I said, put our input in for the beta, see if we can get anything changed, and we'll go from there. But other than that, man, appreciate y'all tuning in. I got to get me some sleep. I got a long day of work tomorrow. I got to work a double, so I'm going to be a little tired. But hopefully that update drops for you. Then I can get back on the beta, test it, and see if they fixed it's kind of unplayable right now, to be honest, because right now it's like buttons aren't responsive. You know, you'll be sitting there pressing a button, and nobody does anything while you're playing. And then from the play call menu, what happens is either A, like, you know, small chance, your play call will be picked for you before you even, you know, get to look at your play call, or B, you can sit there and just spam a button, and it won't call at all, and it just, I don't know. But once they get that cleaned up, I can get back on and test it a little bit better for you guys. Other than that, like I said, man, as always, appreciate y'all tuning in, and see y'all when I see y'all, all right?